Stepping out,
ending a relationship
that is so messed up.
But so is
Any sort of
grieving the
personal
death of
growth,
a
right?
spouse.
No, I'm not
He's
sure
like,
who I should worry about. The government, because he does it every single time.
Was there an insurance?
Oh my God, just shut up, shut up! Howdy y'all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Welcome to She-Hulk Episode 6. She-Hulk goes to a wedding and is barely She-Hulk. MCU, Disney, Marvel fails to deliver on setups once again. Disney, MCU, Marvel has a moment where they can actually have the show be interesting and drops the ball. That's basically this episode. Basically, 20 minutes or so of blah, 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 with a little bit of the usual man hate put in there. The man hate's a little subdued this time around because it's more about, hey, we want you to feel sympathetic to Jen because Jen has it so rough because a high school girl who was her friend getting married, who we're going to call Bridezilla, because Bridezilla's demeaning her and making her be Jen, and she wants to be She-Hulk now. She wants everybody to look at Jennifer. Look at Jennifer. That's this episode in a nutshell. Why should I keep going? Because of the promise I made to you. I will watch this and let you know what happens, so you don't have to. Oh, God. I'm not even angry at this episode. I'm just rolling my eyes, literally. It's really just a roll your eyes episode. Because once again, as I said, nothing happens. Really, nothing happens of note. You get a couple teases. I'm dancing around it. Let's get started, shall we?
Yes, it's a self-contained wedding episode. And if you think this is happening at an inconvenient time in the season, you're right, because that's how weddings always are. But I'm going to look great, so let's go.
I feel like we got an easy one this week, guys. As I said, even with the 20 minutes of this episode, there's an A and a B plot. Nothing significant happens. The B plot is so pointless. B plot is all to get us to a minuscule reveal. A minuscule reveal that didn't even need the B plot. They just put the B plot in there to do their low level man hating. The man hating it's very low this time around, but it's still there, but it's very low. But that's all the B plot's there for. It exists to introduce a thing that could have been brought in any other way. Did not need a forced, not funny plot at all. And the A plot, Jen goes to wedding. It's dull, and yeah, they tease the beginning, just Jen episode. It really is just Jen. Jen as She-Hulk is literally maybe a minute in the episode. Maybe a minute. When she arrives at the wedding and during what they laughably will call a fight. We're going to get to that. That's where I roll my eyes the biggest on this episode. That's probably where I'll spend the most time. Before we even get started, though, last week they teased Daredevil. And all of us stupidly thought, oh, here comes Daredevil next episode. Nope. No. Did you think they were going to actually properly link episodes and link the narrative and the storytelling and the plot? No. No, get out of here. No Daredevil. They end on a teaser, a stinger of Daredevil, and he's not in this episode at all. Oh, they don't know what they're doing. These Karen wine moms, and this episode shows you it's written by Karen wine moms who dream about getting married, who desperately want a man, but they can't because they're box drinking cows, box wine drinking cows. Sorry, this hurts. I did Andor yesterday. I'm in pain right now. Come on. Anyway. Let's get started officially. The episode opens with Jen finding a box listed to her, and she opens the lid and gets a money shot of confetti in the face. Want this to end. Jen goes through it, and we quickly find out she's been invited to an old high school girlfriend's wedding. Her name is Lulu. We're going to call her Bridezilla Lulu just because I want to say the word Bridezilla. have stupid conversation with Nikki about going to the wedding, about how eager she is to be She-Hulk. And then you get the fourth wall break, and we're into the episode. Either way, the whole setup is the fact that Jen now wants to show off. Jen wants to show off. She wants to be She-Hulk. She wants everybody to go, yay, you're awesome, at somebody else's special event. The narcissism. It's wonderful. We go right to the wedding. Jen arrives in full She-Hulk form. We've seen this plenty of times. Remember when they said that the CGI was bad in the trailer and it would be fixed? Well, this is the same shot that we saw in the trailer, man, hand, and all. Super oversized hand and all. All the girls there and the dudes just are standing there. I guess they're pussy whipped. I don't know. They are all oohing and ahhing over how great Jen looks. But then here comes Bridezilla Lulu. And Bridezilla Lulu says to Jen, "It's my special day. Please don't be She-Hulk." She does it in an obnoxious manner. But let's be honest. That's the truth of it. It's her day. It's her day. Even though they make a whole forced joke. Why is she having a wedding on a Thursday? Oh, it's so weird. It's so inconvenient because weddings are inconvenient. But we all secretly want to get married because we're soulless, empty little box wine drinking harpies in our real life. Men don't want to touch us. That's right, men don't want to touch you. Not a single one of you. But it is her day. It's Bridezilla Lulu's day. I'm still going to call her Bridezilla, even though I'm being positive towards her, because she does behave like a bitch. But it's all plot to make us try and be sympathetic towards Jen. Bridezilla Lulu asks her not to be She-Hulk. Therefore, Jen gets to walk around in the dress designed for She-Hulk, looking frumpy. And Tatiana Maslany does not pull it off at all. She did not pull off looking good there. Eventually, we get the line of, everything seems Jen going, everything seems uneven. Is there going to be someone for me to walk down with? I'm paired with an usher or something. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna get Jake. Again, not funny when the punchline of you're paired with Jake. Terrible humor, bad, not funny. And she thinks, I'm gonna get a guy to stand next to. It's great. I'm gonna be happy. La da. And then let the B plot begin. B plot. Nikki is going to work for Mallory. Now I know her name. They said it enough times this episode. Black women's lawyer, Mallory. Competent black women's lawyer, Mallory, is handling one of Jen's cases. A guy called the Immortal. Apparently he can't die. And they keep running this joke. I can't die. Wait, you can't die? I can't die. Wait, so you can't die? No, I can't die. And we get the opening clip that I showed you. This guy apparently, the Immortal, has a tendency when he gets tired of a relationship and confronted with issues that he doesn't want to stand in front of, he pretends to kill himself to get out of the marriage. And he thinks that's okay. I'm a really nice guy. And then, as I showed you in my opening Gambit clip, they start yammering at him over and over and over again. He loses it, and he jumps out the window. That's all of us watching this show. I don't think these idiots realize how on the nose we feel when them talking over each other, Mallory and Nikki talking over each other, going, that is how it feels to watch She-Hulk. And what the Immortal did is what we all want to do after watching She-Hulk, while watching She-Hulk in some cases. We want to jump out. We want out. But I'm locked in because you people told me to do it. Damn it. He jumps out the window. He stands up. He's fine. Walks away. Okay, fine. Back to the wedding. Jen's trying to have a good time. She's trying to talk to people, mingling, but then she trips or something, or what happened? No, okay, I'm sorry. See, it's all so stupid. Bridezilla Lulu basically talks to here. Okay, here's where the sympathy for Jen thing starts to they try to force it on you. Bridezilla Lulu basically saying, oh, Jen, don't worry that you're still single at your age. You still have time. There's still time for you to find a man. It's all about basically the Bridezilla Lulu trying to make Jen feel terrible, even though Jen keeps saying, my life is so great. I have a great job. I have She-Hulk. I'm awesome. Still wants a man. It's really annoying because we are not sympathetic to Jen because Jen has been nothing but insufferable for 5 episodes up till now. She's been an annoying bitch. She's been an unlikable bitch. She hasn't been a good friend to anybody. It's all about Jen. And the fact that she's upset, and she talks about it, she's upset that she wanted to be She-Hulk on somebody else's special day, and she can't show off being She-Hulk. Well, her pissing and moaning is interrupted because here comes Titania. Titania is at the wedding. She grabbed some loser and got her way into the wedding to mess with Jen. And then Titania manages to turn it around and make it look like that Jen is being a narcissist. But Jen is right because Titania is there and Jen starts complaining, why are you here? You're here just to mess with me. You're here to be in the wedding, to run the wedding. You just want to make fun of me. No. And Bridezilla Lulu's going, Jen, it's my day. Why are you making this about yourself? Even though it's this retarded writing of we're showing you how bad a person Jen is, but she's right. So you have to side with her, despite the fact that she's being an insufferable narcissistic bitch. I mean, obviously Titania's there to mess with her. Obviously Titania's doing a wushu move to weave it around, get you so that it looks like Jen is the bad guy in all this. Yeah, we get it. But you don't have to twist it and make that Jen is so. Jen is right. Jen is right, even though she's being a bitch. You have to like her. No, we don't have to like her. She sucks. Frustrated with the whole situation, Jen decides to take a walk outside, sit down, and basically isolate herself from the game and eat some chocolate nuts. Then rando dude comes over, hits on her. But because he's hitting on her as Jen, we're automatically supposed to know that he's a nice guy because he's interested in Jen, not She-Hulk. Jen's found a real guy who's going to be nice to her. Oh, and now again, here comes Bridezilla Lulu, interrupts their bonding moment to say, Jen, a bunch of people just quit because, I don't know, they can't handle me or something. And can you please start cleaning up around here? I really need your help. Thanks. You, dude, come, I have things for you to do too. They really amp up the Bridezilla. And now that's what we're calling her Bridezilla Lulu because then she becomes an obvious bitch. And we're supposed to feel bad for Jen. We're supposed to feel bad for Jen. Now she has to do chores at the wedding. That's when all she wants to do is show off and be She-Hulk. Back to the B plot, which again now is basically a checkbox of virtue signaling.
Well, I never saw a dime for raising Spencer Jr. alone for all those years.
I spent $10,000 on a New Orleans jazz funeral after Arnie accidentally swallowed a cyanide pill.
I said early on, this is the section of man-hating. It's low-key, but it's still there. The Immortal, he's a bad white man. Look how bad a white man. Look at the diversity of his choices. He's even gay. He's bisexual. He's horrible. This whole scene is to paint how horrible he is as a man to women and a gay man. That's all it is. Their litany of stuff. And it's no point even being detailed about it. It ends up with Mallory and Nikki turning around and forcing him to make a deal. Saying, you're going to get your deal, but you're going to pay. And cut back to the wedding. Jen is in a horrible-looking bridesmaid dress. So the one thing that would have been applicable to making fun of weddings, let's make the joke. Low-hanging fruit for weddings when you're a female protagonist. Make fun of bad bridesmaid dresses. They don't even go for that. That's low-hanging fruit comedy for weddings. Bad bridesmaid dresses. Nope, we're bad writers. We don't even now we're gonna go to how horrible everything is for Jen, because here comes the Jake punchline. Jake's a dog. Jake's a dog. Jen's going to be carrying a dog down the aisle. At the same time, all the grooms must wrinkle their shirts playing video games. Video games are a thing. Yeah. And Jen, you're on laundry duty. Go do it. Jen makes a sad face. Scene jump. Well, before scene jump, understand, be sympathetic to Jen. She wants to have a good time, but no one's going to let her have a good time. Get my microphone. Back to B plot. They make an agreement, or they try to. He has saved up money, assets, willing to divide it, but no, they all have different levels of anger and want and need. They don't want the deal. They start yelling. Scene jump. Back at the wedding, Jen is not having fun. She decides to go get drunk. Jen decides to get drunk, because remember, when she's Jen, she can get drunk. They've set up that joke so many times already. Isn't it funny that when she's Jen, she's drunk? And we get a very dumb montage of Tatiana Maslany doing lonely drunk girl dancing at the wedding. Yay! Scene cut. Back at plot B, Nikki is taking over the show. Nikki is in charge, earning Mallory's respect as she has organized everything that will appease all the aggrieved parties in the divorce. Yay. Over. Back to the wedding. Drunk Jen is sitting there being drunk. Here comes Mr. Nice Guy. Hits on her some more. As they try to get close, Jen gets sick because after a whole bunch of really lame jokes about this and that, what secret to men, I'm really happy about myself. I really am I've such a great job, and I just wanted to show off today. She admits it. I just wanted to show off on somebody else's day. I just wanted to show off and have everybody look at me. Uh-oh, I'm going to be sick now. Cut to Jen throwing up in a flower bed, and as she gets up, she gets punched in the face. Yeah, Jen gets punched in the face by a mega strength character, Titania. Before we go forward, let's wait. She got punched in the face as Jen, and when she rolls over, perfectly fine, she got cold-cocked by Titania. Sucker punch. She should have her face should be jacked up. She's normal Jen. She could take damage as normal Jen. Her face should be completely jacked up. She took a full fist to the face from a mega strength character. Nope, fine. Rolls over, there's Titania. Now we get this whole spiel. We find out why Titania is so angry at her. Because she's getting attention. That's right. Titania's whole beef with Jen is that She-Hulk is getting more attention than Titania. Yeah. Awkward silence over because that's how bad it is. That's how bad and dumb this is. Titania begins to taunt her. I don't want to fight you. I want to fight the Hulk. Get up. This isn't fun if you're not Hulk. It doesn't mean anything. Jen goes through a couple seconds of, okay, you want to fight the She-Hulk? Let's do it. Oh, my God. She's trying to squeeze one out, and she can't do it. And remember how they spent all that time? I can turn into She-Hulk whenever I want. Oh, for a moment, Jen is impotent and can't become She-Hulk because she's drunk. She actually says, I can't remember how to do it. Let's, for a moment, put this side by side when Bruce was having Hulk impotency issues. when he couldn't become Hulk in Infinity War. That was a big deal. That's a big deal. And apparently it took a long time to resolve. They did it off camera. We all complain about that. It was a big deal. Took him a long time to resolve when he couldn't become Hulk. Yes, it was a psychological problem, him and the big guy, but still, it was an issue. It was an actual arc. Jen just needs to focus, because then after she focuses, she's She-Hulk, and she's ready to fight, because of course when she's She-Hulk, the drunkie goes away, because she's She-Hulk. Cue fight music, but now, hold on. Oh, we had a moment. They had a moment. For a second, I thought, oh, damn, I'm about to compliment the show. I'm about to give a positive remark to this show because we're going to get a fight. We're going to get a fight. It's going to be something. She-Hulk's finally in the episode again. Here we go. Fight ready, fight ready. Her stupid-ass cousin, who's the DJ, goes, winning fight! But then you get this. I was going to show you the whole fight. I wanted to show you the whole fight. Literally only goes on for another 3 or 4 seconds. I shit you not. But, I can't because they start singing. And that's how if you know YouTube game, that's how they get you for copyright claims. It's always the music. Hopefully we get through it with that little bit I had because there was no audio, no vocals. Hopefully we're fine. Either way, that fight, you almost had me. Could have had a super-powered, super villain hero fight. Nope. Literally 8 seconds. It starts, before you see this horrible CGI leap, it starts with a kick to the ground, a shockwave kick that knocks Titania into the dance room. In comes Jen, does the horrible jump, and the fight really starts. And all it is a bunch of wild haymakers. They can't even choreograph 8 seconds. Wild haymakers. You see She-Hulk land one really good shot on Titania. A lot of people using this for thumbnails right now. Knocks her on her ass. Titania gets up. People are taking pictures. And that's the biggest problem. Titania doesn't want to look bad on social media. She gets all angry, starts to charge, but then she slips on some ice and face plants. And as she gets up, she jacked up her teeth. Broke some teeth, jacked everything up. Hold on, wait a minute. She took a full force punch from She-Hulk, and I don't think Jen was holding back. She took a full-on punch to the face, knocking it right in the grill from She-Hulk. She's fine there. But then she face plants onto a regular old wooden floor. Gets up and she's got all janky teeth. Yeah. Good job, you hack writers. Trying to be funny, not understanding that you had a chance to actually bring something good to the show. A fight. A superhero, supervillain fight. But you trade it all away for battle damage that doesn't make any sense. She suffers no battle damage from a direct punch from a Hulk, but just falls face first into the floor, and that's what jacks up her teeth? What? Ugh. Everybody's happy. They're not chanting, but it's basically She-Hulk, She-Hulk, yay! In comes Bridezilla Lulu, who you think is going to have a meltdown. No, she's drunk. She's happy that She-Hulk's at her wedding now. Awkward CGI hug. Back to B-plot. Resolution of B-plot. Before we get into the resolution of B-plot completely, Nikki and Mallory sitting there having a good time, and we get backstory for Mallory. First, they man-hate. You get a little obligatory man-hating in. But then, Mallory's apparently happily married for 11 years with kids. Good for her. Maybe that's why she seems to be the most well-adjusted character in the show. Despite being a little bit of an Ice Queen bitch at times, she seems to be the most well-adjusted character in the show. Because she's married with a family. Do these people even realize that they're shitting on their own premises? Feminism! Happily married woman. Okay. Now we move on to the whole premise of the whole B plot was to get us to this point. During the deposition, the settlement hearing, the settlement talks, whatever you want to call it, they revealed the angry spouses or ex-spouses of the Immortal revealed that they saw him on some website called Intelligentsia, where it clipped him getting hit by cars someplace, and that's how they all knew he was alive. Mallory and Nikki find a She-Hulk hating thread or forum on this Intelligentsia website. They can't get in, so they have to make a dude bro hating profile. Oh, we're just putting in all the horrible things that men say about She-Hulk to get in. Oh, look at that, men suck. Again, man hating. They get in. They discover this troll forum talking evil things about Jen She-Hulk, apparently threatening her life. Mallory says, don't tell Jen. Don't tell Jen. She's got enough going on. Let's not let her get all upset. It's just a bunch of internet trolls. Let's make fun of nerds. Oh, the nerds are evil again. Men-hating nerds. Incel nerds. You incels. Nikki wants to tell Jen because she thinks it's a threat to her life. Mallory again says, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Nikki goes, okay. 2 seconds later in the car, Jen, I'm Nikki, leave a message. You're this troll in this forum. They hate you. They will kill you. You better look out. Shut up, Nikki. You've become insufferable too now. I don't like you anymore. You suck. Nikki goes off and really stupidly. But then we cut to, she's just annoying. It's just annoying. Cut to Jen and Nice Guy eating French fries post-wedding. Oh, look, they're connecting. Jen's found a real guy who liked her before he saw her as She-Hulk. I hear wedding bells. Oh, God, I hope not. Then you cut to a secret lab, which is connected to the Intelligentsia She-Hulk hating forum. Oh, it's the people who want Jen's blood. Remember that little thing from 3 episodes ago that they went away from and now they're coming back to? Because these people know how to connect everything and tell a story? No, they don't. Oh, it shows you that it's not just incel nerds, but it's actually horrible people using the Intelligentsia She-Hulk hating forum to plan something against Jen. Look at that super duper needle. They want to get her blood. Dude, we told you. Just wait for that special time of the month. And take it out of her trash when she throws it away. That's all you got to do. It'll happen. Just wait for it. All right, episode. Done.
Intelligentsia, and it's all of these like memes and death threats, okay? But Mallory said not to tell you because, she said it would just make you feel bad and we should protect your headspace and let you live your life, but obviously I didn't do that.
We arrive at the end of another episode of She-Hulk, and as usual, we ask the same questions. Was it funny? Nope, we're still in search of comedy. Not a single chuckle. I have not laughed since Mr. Cornelius. And that was a half chuckle. So the show wasn't funny. What happened? Jen went to a wedding, got drunk, sort of fought Titania, met a nice guy. Okay. They said it's an inconsequential self-encapsulated wedding episode, but it all sucks. It all sucks. There was all the humor was terrible. They attempted to get you to be sympathetic for Jen when we aren't sympathetic for Jen. She's a horrible person. And they, as I said, they do that hack writer technique of even though she's right and she's being a bitch, you're supposed to connect with her, empathize with her, despite all that. You're supposed to like her because she's right, even though she's acting like a bitch. That's not how it works. You've had now 6 episodes to get us be invested in Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk, and we're not. Nobody likes her. She's horrible to her friends, and her friends are also horrible too. He showed you. There was the whole Nikki, well, not the whole Nikki clip, but there's the Nikki clip blabbing about the Intelligentsia forums. Nikki went from supportive, good friend who kind of had her sort of head on straight at the beginning of the show, which I kind of like, to now blathering, idiot. annoyance to the top. Can't stand her anymore. Can't stand it. And then a completely unnecessary bleep plot, trying to force humor, more man-hating, all to get you the nugget of intelligentsia that's connected to people that want She-Hulk's blood. Remember, all the people trying to say Titania's the big bad of the show. She's the one after She-Hulk's blood. Titania was just jealous of social media exposure. They don't know how to write a show. You had a chance to do a superhero fight, and you couldn't even choreograph 8 seconds. You saw the clip. Wild haymakers. You tease Daredevil, but you don't deliver. Maybe next week we'll get Daredevil. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not doing this because I like this show. I'm doing this because you people asked me to. Either way, this show's a disaster. It hasn't gotten any better. I think we got 3 episodes left. Oh, I can only hope. Wish it was 1. Either way, we're done here. Thank you for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week for episode 7. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therentnerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.